Striders, Bobgar here with a $10 deck, Living End in Modern, a cheapo version of Living End that we're going to play here against that one effing guy. That one effing guy. Hello, one effing guy. Good luck to you. I will play first. Well, I have a combo piece, I have one land, I have a couple cyclers, one of which gets me another land, including the one I need to combo. I think it's worth the risk. I think I'll keep this. Play this, pass, so I cycle this turn 1, and then I cycle this potentially if I have to. He told me good luck as well. That was very friendly of him. Very friendly of that effing guy. Cycle, be a land. Be a land. Please be a land. You're not a land. What are you doing there? Getting out. How about this draw? You be a land. Well, it's not. I think I will just cycle this immediately and hope to hit a land. Nope. How about I cycle this and hope to hit a land? At least I get an additional draw. Well, now I get an additional draw on his turn, which is nice. So I'm doing okay. I might have to play this guy main phase, but that's fine. It'll slow me down by a turn, but that's not the end of the world. Wall of Omens, that's not a super big deal for me. Cycle. If he has Wrath of God, that would be super mean. I do not want to face a Wrath of God. Okay, good. Well, lets me do a little bit more on my turn. I still don't get to do everything I want, but that's alright. But now I get to cycle for Mountain here and also cycle this guy, which is good. If I happen to another 1-mana cycler, I could bring him out too. This also I can play at the end of his next turn, which is pretty good for me. He flickers his wall. That seems okay to me. Needs to draw an additional card, which is a little annoying, but that's life. End step. I'll just do this now. Whatever. Boop. Cycle. Yeah. Well, I drew what I needed anyway, but I'll still cycle this guy. And I think I still cycle him for a mountain. Yeah, I think so. That way he doesn't know how lucky I got. The information is hidden from him. Alrighty. I would shoot down literally all of these guys. There's no reason to play them now. I guess I should have gotten black so I could play them fairly. I think I just pass turn and on his end step Violent Outburst. Sounds like the right play to me. I'm playing. I waited till I had one more mana so I could play around Mana Tithe. No, it's just because I didn't have the red. That effing guy. What is that effing guy gonna do now? Draven Inspector, sure. Seems decent. Seems decent. Gonna swing at me for 3. Sure. No blocks. End step. Cast Living End. Got my stuff back. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Feels like this should be enough to just kill him. Unless he has like Path to Exile maybe. I technically can actually do slightly more damage. 5, 4, 8, 16, so I definitely say okay here. I definitely get a land. I'll just get a mountain. And I believe it's the case that I can make this lethal by playing this and then not using the Cascade. He sees what's happening. He sees what's happening. Yes. Got there game 1. Sweet. What was I playing against? I need to remember. Some white deck with Path to Exile and Flicker effects. Some kind of Taxes style craziness. I don't think Slaughter Games is good against them. I didn't see them running... They might run, like, Aether Vial or something, so this could be good, but I'm not confident enough to put it in since I didn't see it. They don't seem to have blue, so this is just not a good card. Brindle Boar, they weren't pushing my life enough, so again, this is not a good card. Bojuka Bog, they might get stuff in the graveyard that I'm worried about, but they didn't there, so again, I'm just not going to bother. So I guess I just keep it the same. Everything seemed decent. There were targets for Shriekmaw. I might want to get a few things out of their graveyard. Pretty much everything was okay, so I'm going to run it back. He says, I wish I could play Magic. It is true. I'm not going to sit here sympathizing with him too much, but this deck is not exactly what I would call the most fair deck ever created. It definitely is a little bit unfair. This hand is less than medium. The question is it better to mulligan? I think the answer is no. I think I just have to hope to hit my red source and some more cyclers. Oh, I feel so bad, though. I mean, he is slow enough that I have a little bit of time. This is tricky. But I have a combo piece and a creature to cycle, and another creature I can put in my yard, so I can get 5 power on the field by turn 3 if I draw the right land. Maybe it's too much to ask. I'm going to keep it. Whatever. We're on the draw. We won the last game. We'll risk it this time. I may regret this. It's not as risky as the no-lander that I tried to keep in game 3? I don't remember. I think it was 2. Well, it's not that bad. So we got that going for us. We do at least have a cycler and a combo piece. Oh, now we have 2 combo pieces. Unfortunately, that is really not what I wanted at this point. With the second copy of the combo piece that I'm not going to be able to play. I guess I can't play either of the combo pieces. I need red to do either of them. Which is an argument I think I probably should have done another pass on deck creation, because I think I should have run probably 1 more red source and 1 less, maybe green? And probably 1 less of the guy who fetches green. Just because there are 4 of him, and I don't think you want to fetch that much green in general. Breaks that. I mean, he might just have, like, Rest in Peace or something main board, or Sideboard rather, which will probably beat this deck. I mean, at least I can cast Faerie Macabre for fair. Oh, no, he just is, he's going the Thraben Inspector route. Putting pressure on me. I mean, it is, whatever he's playing is definitely a white weenie deck. Oh, so he has Relic. Alright. I still think I cycle here. I don't think I can afford to not cycle here, but it certainly doesn't feel good. I got green, which is not what I needed. I got more land. Alright. Well, play a green, pass the turn. I got punished for keeping this hand for sure. It's a land light deck, and I kept a land heavy hand, and I felt like I would probably draw some good action, and I just didn't end up drawing any. So it's the way it's going to go occasionally. Even if he clears out all of my graveyard with Relic, these still, I mean, Living End still acts as just a Wrath of God. So it's a 3-mana Wrath of God. I mean, how bad can it be, right? You'd rather it be a one-sided Wrath of God where it gives you a whole bunch of giant creatures, but if it's a 3-mana Wrath of God, it's still a 3-mana Wrath of God. Well, I do have I do now have that, but I think I'm just gonna slam this as a cast and pass turn. I mean, it's actually really bad. It's not bad that I drew this, but it's bad that I have so much mana. But what you gonna do? What was that? Oh, it cracked a clue. I was like, I didn't see a spell. I think I have 6, so I missed it. That's alright. Alright, well, I'm not going to bother doing anything else, I just figure I'll play Monstrous Carabid next turn, because there's really no reason to cycle it, given that he can just eat it with Relic, and I don't have enough to make it worth, basically. So I'm just going to keep up the pressure like this, and he hasn't really played anything too threatening yet, so I'm not super worried. We're kind of tied in this race, and I'm about to put down a 4-4. Admittedly, he might have something bigger than a 4-4 that he can put down, but, you know. I still think this is the race I want to play right now. If he gets to 7 lands, he's going to be able to recur the 3-bin Inspectors if I attack with the Monstrous Carabid, which I have to do, in fact. This he also might path, in fairness. It might even be correct for him to path it. Flicker Wisp on a 3-bin Inspector. Sure. Gets it back out. Gets another clue. Passes turn. Street Wraith is another one I can play, but I think I'd rather play Monstrous Carabid. So I'll play down my red. Boop. Cast. I think I'll keep Faerie back just because I'm not currently winning the race and I can block Flicker Wisp with it. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Breaks another clue. Staying high on card count. Ghost Quarters. That's not terribly good against me, but it's fine. Puts down a wall, gets to draw a card off it. This is only planes, so he doesn't actually have that many planes, and this can't get a planes either. Well, that is a very good card. He already played his land this turn, so he can't flip it here, right? Alright. Sure thing. Boop. Do I want to play my 5-1? Sure, why not? I have enough lands, I don't need those. You can block with this 1-2, that's fine. F6. Sure, I expected. That's kind of what I expected. He might block wall here if he's super worried about me getting through for a lot of damage. I mean, alternatively, he could block a whole lot of things here. Wouldn't be terrible. Alright, seems pretty good. Swings in. I take 3. What does he have to play? He can flip Nissa, but he can't. Yeah, and which he probably does flip Nissa because that creates a 4. Oh no, he doesn't flip. No, he does flip her. Then he can create a 4/4, which seems pretty good. Sure. Oh, he didn't do that. He did the other one, which is fill the top card of your library if it's a land card. Put that card into the battlefield, otherwise put your hand. So we got a land card on the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and there's prime time. Sure. You get to wipe his board, but on the downside he is going to get some stuff back. I Put him in a slightly hard position because I can swing in at Nissa. And he has to kill that, which means that's going to return to the battlefield. But now he has 7 for Maria, so that's not good for me. I think he's going to win this game, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to cycle this. He should have been using his artifact. He should have used it at the end of last turn, but he forgot, I guess. Put in Jungle Weaver, which is pretty good. I mean, I might as well play land. I have so many of those, I might as well cycle this. I don't want Monstrous Carabid to die, so I think I just Violent Outburst or Demonic Dread. So the problem is he's going to get one back on his upkeep. Well, let me try cycling this. What I really need is the Fairy. That's not her. That is a cycler, though. And I can also just, I can't play that one for fair. It just cycles for a forest. I think I'll, I have to attack with it. Sure. He goes to block. In response to blocking, I will cast Violent Outburst, I guess. Now he's probably going to crack Relic, which exiles both of our graveyards, so he doesn't have anything to get back either. So all of our stuff goes in the graveyard. Oh, I could have declined to cast. That actually might have been smarter. I probably should have declined to cast, but that's fine, whatever. I have a cycle next turn, and then I can do it again. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to a point where I can kill him, though. I think it's unlikely at this point. Yeah, I think it's unlikely, because he's going to get Primeval back here. I do have another Cycler, so I can just do it again, but not great. I did get his Graveyard Hate out of the way, at least. Maybe I should have just done that earlier. Oh, he doesn't get it? I thought I married the Skyrim fired. Beginning of your upkeep, you control 7 or more planes. You may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he only has 6. Oh, but he has a second one of those? Oh, god damn it. Forest cycling. He doesn't have haste, so unless he draws a card that can give him haste. I'm not as worried. But he might have a card that can give... No, he's only running white-green. I don't think he's splashing red for Keswick Wolf Run or anything. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. What? Why didn't he get a plains? I'm super confused. Does he just not run 6 plains in his deck? Because it feels like he wants to get back the other prime time, right? I would think. He's going to Flicker Wisp, what, prime time? Get more lands? Oh, now he's probably going to get the more plains, I guess. Shouldn't have too many lands left in his deck. What got exiled anyway? Did both? No, just one of the fairies. Yeah. Get a mountain. Maybe he doesn't think I have many mountains in my deck. I mean, I had like 5 more mountains. So I guess I have 4 more mountains now. Okay, now he has way enough to get something back every turn. So, play a land. Pass the turn. Hopefully he gets back Primeval Titan. I guess that still doesn't win me the game. But yeah, hopefully he gets back. Well, maybe it does, because I could double Demonic Dread. Make 2 of my guys unblockable. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not super confident here, but I'll do my best. I know he intentionally doesn't get back the prime time because he wants to force me to use my thing and bring back his Primeval Titan with that. I think that's my presumption. That way he still has a prime time on the board. Makes a lot of sense. I think that was the correct play. Yeah, I mean, I should probably do it in response to Relic. Right? I guess I gotta. That's probably why he played Relic there. Cast. So he gets a prime time back, who's summoning sick. He needs to find some more lands. I get 2 4/4s back that I can make unblockable. Unfortunately, oh, it's even better than that. Target creature can't block this turn. So there is some chance if he doesn't kill me next turn. If he doesn't kill me next turn, I have a shot. I'm at 8, so he very well could kill me next turn if he has the right stuff. But I don't know what he has. Oh, he did plus for lands, it looks like. What does the ultimate on this do? Oh, that would kill me too. Untap up to 6 lands, they become 6 6s. Whew! Whew! Yeah, that would be bad. Well, let's see what he still has. He cracks a clue. That's fine. No path! No path! I have to imagine he's sitting on a pile of like 4 paths that he hasn't been using. I don't know. Sure, kill my Demonic Dread. Kill my Ghost Core to that is fine. Yes. I mean, you're thinning my deck for me. I guess that's not something I'm going to complain about. I guess he's assuming I don't have that many red sources, or that he can take me off red eventually. Sure. Yes. Still got a pile of red sources here. You need to do that 3 more times. I guess 4 more times. 3 more times would give me my last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unfortunately, I can't do both. Does this have haste? Well, I think I go for this version. He gets the second one back next turn. Is there any way I can actually beat that? No, no cast. So I could either kill Nissa, which is good, but I don't think it'll win me the game, or I can just attack him for 8, which I also don't think will win me the game, but I think I'm going to attack him for 8. Oh, we can double activate it. Yeah, he's right. Fair enough. And I did take myself off the ability to do either of those. Turn off auto yield. I guess I could cycle this into something, huh? Yeah, I think he's got it off the double activation of that. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Cycle. Sonic Dreadcast. Nope, not gonna do it. He's got me, I think. This was a long game. No, he drew a lot of relics. He drew a lot of cards, though, in fairness. He drew over half his deck. I bet he just has 3 to 4 in the sideboard. He gets to bring back 2 creatures. I mean, I think I'm just going to scoop here. If he plays it all sanely, he's got me. No reason to make him go through the motions. If he's tanking over that one, he's being a little silly. Slaughter games could be good. I could grab Prime Time, or... Like, Prime Time was definitely the thing in that deck that just wrecked me. I wish I had more... he does have that Ameria Sky Ruins theme, so he does do some graveyard stuff, so maybe Bojuka Bog is worth it for that. Just over a swamp, maybe. I think that's probably... It's probably worth being a tap land. Slaughter games is an interesting thought. Is it good enough? I just don't know if it's good enough. What do I hit with it? I guess I hit... I mean, the only thing I saw that was killing me and that was really scary was Primeval Titan, so I slaughter games on Primeval Titan. I do feel a lot safer in the game, but yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. I'm going to put in 2 over Pale Recluses, I think. Let's see how that goes. I could have bought an Ingot Chewer for Relic, but once Relic's down, you can pretty much just... Oof, this is a mulligan. There aren't many that are mulligans. That has 0 cyclers. I think this is a keep, but it's also pretty bad. Yes, I will keep this. I actually don't think I want that right now. No, I think I'm going to bottom it. Play this, so I can cycle Monstrous on his end step. I mean, if he has the turn 1 Relic, I'm definitely in deep trouble. If he doesn't, I have a chance. Doesn't play a turn 1 Relic, so I guess he doesn't have one. Unfortunately, my 1-up Bojuka Bog is just going to be a bad card here. Well, I guess that's not true, because I'm going to play... Oof, either of those, huh? I guess I'll play Mountain and Forest cycling the Recluse. I mean, I can play turn 3 if I want to. So if he doesn't play a Relic here, I can definitely... It's something I have the option of doing. Whether it's worth it or not, I'm not sure. I only get 2... I get a 4/4 and a 4/5, which is a little hard for his deck to beat, it seems like, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. He does have the Relic. Sure. Sure, you got me. Well, he's had very good luck with his sideboard. I don't know if I should have cycled that guy at this point. This one I should definitely cycle, but I don't actually have the land to do it. Do I hold on to Bojuka Bog? I think I'm just going to play it here. Doesn't feel super good, but I do want to be able to cycle this card out of my hand just because I don't have any blue in the deck, so he's a dead card. And I will pass. And this guy's... Actually, both of these are dead cards, so I guess I should have cycled this one. That's super unfortunate. Alright, maybe I should wait till I can cycle them both in the same turn at least. Like, end of his turn, cycle them both. I do have 2 board wipes, which is nice. He Farseeks. Ramping up to prime time. Come on, Slaughter games. Draw it. I want to draw you. No, that's not so good. Yeah, I don't know. I should definitely cycle one of these at the end of his turn. And he does have prime time colors now. A lot of the games he got stuck on green because his deck seems to be super low in green, but he's hit it this time. So yeah, if this game is nothing else, it's a... Oh, and he has a basic even. If this game is nothing else, it's a pretty good reminder that these kinds of decks do fold to specific hate cards a lot. Cycle for black. And I think I'll cycle this guy for a forest. Sure. I'll get rid of this one. Grab a forest. Pass turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still no creatures I can play next turn. I can play my 5/1, which isn't even very good against him. But I guess that's my plan. I'll pass. Sure, Ghost Quarters is fine. He makes me go to my creature. Seems fine. I guess maybe I should have played this down so I could get rid of that one instead, but I don't think it really matters. Flicker Wisp, sure. Flicker that, sure. Well, Pouncer seems a lot worse here. I could put it down and attack with it, but the problem is he would just block with his 3/1 and then exile my guy. So I think I wait, because he'll probably swing in, and hopefully he will not have a good blocker this turn. But he probably does. I really need to get either my 2 of Slaughter games to give it a prime time, because that's going to be a beating, or I need to get yikes. I'll just play this guy for fair. Swing him with a 5/5. Winning the race now. But he probably will stop swinging in with his Flicker Wisp, or he will play something down that can block this. One of the two, I would suspect. Plays interesting. I could Demonic Dread just to keep his Flicker Wisp from blocking. Wouldn't be terrible, but maybe not worth it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I will play down Jungle Weaver. Cast. 12 damage next turn. That's pretty good. I guess I can't kill him though. I think I will not attack this turn. I could do 12 damage next turn if he doesn't play a threat. Breaks his Flooded Strand. Sure. Another Canopy Vista. Right, because I can swing. I can make this guy not be able to block, and then I can give my guys all +1/+0. I think that's not something to do next turn, though. I think that's something to do the turn I win, maybe? Did he draw his prime time? That's the big question. Oh, he drew Sun Titan. Interesting. Well, that's not nearly as bad, at least. I guess I should have done that slightly differently so I could cycle Architects, but that's fine. Gets a land back. No attacks. Alright, and he went to 13, huh? Alright, what do I draw? Faerie Macabre. Well, that could be good. I wanted to use this, I can't use this, right? So I could make it so he can't block, and then I can swing for 10. It does kind of force him to not swing, because if he swings, he runs the risk of just dying next turn if he thinks I could have a way out. So yeah, let's do that. Oh no, I guess I can't swing for 10 because this guy can block here. He probably will. So I only swing for 5. Is it worth it to just swing 5? Well then, the problem is if I swing all, he will swing so he can get Flicker Wisp back, or he thinks he can get Flicker Wisp back. Maybe that's good, because then I can get Flicker Wisp out of his graveyard, swing back for 5, and be winning the race. Yeah, I think that might be best. Alright, I'm gonna try it. Anything goes too sideways, I can also Violent Outburst. He's going to block with Flicker Wisp, assuming he can bring it back with Sun Titan. Sun Titan has Vigilance too, so there's no reason not to attack. Oh, it's going to block that one instead. Interesting. Sure. He still takes 5 either way. Oh, and he paths the other one. Sure. Yes. I'll get a swamp. I'm a little surprised he decided to do it that way. That seems really weird to me, actually. Okay. That was good for him, though, for sure. Sure. That's not relevant. I can't do anything with that for my graveyard anyway. I guess he's just doing that so that if I do it later, I won't be able to use that as a thing that I can get that I don't have to care about. I wish Sun Titan didn't have Vigilance. What does he have? Does he have a second Sun Titan? Oh, he just Gavany Townships. Sure, that's fine. Wait, what? That was one of the ones I clicked. I'm so confused. Oh no, it worked. Okay. Those both got exiled, so you didn't get them. Sure, that's fine. I guess I could have in response done that, then he would have had to sack it. That might have been better. I'm not super worried about that. Black. Oh, actually, let me start by cycling this, huh? Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 plus 3. Okay, so let me think for a second then. I could, if I cycle this, I can't play both of these. I don't think I want to play Violent Outburst anyway. Although I could do 6 damage to him here, but he'd just have a blocker for next turn, so it wouldn't matter. I guess I can double block this next turn, so maybe he just won't even attack into it if I don't attack into him, and then I have a chance of doing something, and then I just hold Violent in case. Oh, but I guess he will double block and then make me exile something. But still, it would kill that, which is probably better for me. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use this, so I'm going to use one of my black to cycle this. And I'll use the other black to cast this, and then I'll sit. Or I could cast the, actually, cast. better cast, because this one blocks this more favorably. You can only kill one of the two if he pumps it to B8. And I'm keeping Violent Outburst out just in case. Okay, yes. Look at a swamp. I guess if he, I mean, I'm probably going to try to double block. There's a chance he just has Path, and if he just has Path, I just don't think I have a chance anyway. If he's pretty much totally out of gas, and I double block, sure, you got it. You got my swamp. Good job. You're the one who put it there. Uh-oh. Oh, this just gets him a... Gotcha. That's actually, that might be the difference. Well, we'll see. We'll see what he does. I'm very interested to see if he attacks here. He activates that. If he doesn't attack here, I still have a chance, but it involves drawing 2 creatures now, which is a little hard. If he can keep putting a creature out every turn, or killing one of my creatures, then I'm in rough shape. I will snap off the double block, and if he had, yeah, I don't think he has the Path. Which is good for me. Unfortunately, that's a land, which is the opposite of what I needed. Black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that is 6 already. So I play this. And I could swing, I could do 6 damage to him, but he would, because this is just a 1/1, he would block here, kill that, he would block one of these, and it would just be, yeah, it would be bad. Oh, I can't not block with that, I can't not swing with that, so yeah, I think I just lose. I forgot about that. Well, so in retrospect, it would have been better to play this guy. If he didn't have this elf, I think I made the right play, but maybe I should have assumed he had a creature. I forgot that that one can't not attack. I mean, I can't sweep the board at any time, which isn't terrible. I mean, it might even be good to force his sweeper. We'll see. We'll see if he double attacks here. We'll see what he does. I mean, maybe forcing the sweeper here is the right thing to do. If it is, maybe I should even do it before he goes to it, before he declares attackers. I mean, I can do it in response to this activation. If I do it in response to this activation, he has to pop this. Right? Otherwise I get my guys back. I think that's the play I'm going to go for. I don't know if it's right, but I'm going to try it. Alright, Cascade. Yep, I'm going to cast it. I think you're in a better board position than me, so I'd rather just wipe both our boards. Yep, seems correct. If I was smart, I would have kept one of those in hand. If I kept this guy in hand, I would actually be in great position right now. So I think I misplayed quite a bit. So he's way up on cards. Oh, I have to exile a card from my character. That doesn't matter. Not super relevant. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's gonna have 6. Oh, maybe he has another Sun Titan. Or a Primeval Titan. Looks like it. Which one? Sure. Does have another Sun Titan, so he gets back the Wood Elves. Well, he played this game well. I mean, if he hadn't drawn his hate cards, I would have obviously run away with the game. But he probably, I can't imagine he runs more than 3. But yeah, he just drew them both games. I mean, nothing you can do about it. Some of this game is luck. Like I was talking to you about the person earlier who was talking about getting stuck on lands, and you know, it's luck for everybody who plays it. So this will take me to 9 damage. It will take me to 1. Do I let this happen? And then he returns a Flooded Strand. Or do I just fire off Violent Outburst now? I think I take it. Yeah, sure, you can get that back. That's fine. Alright, I go to 1. Flicker Wisp, sure. On what else to get another land? Oh, on that, so we can give them more counters. Sure, that's fine. I've only used 2, right? Maybe I've only even used 1. I can't even remember. Alright. Well, I drew a land. It's not super good for me. Fair enough. Get counters. Seems good. Oh, he declines because he knows. He knows. He knows if I'm still playing, I probably have it. I'll cast that. Seems like a good spell to cast. So he gets back Flicker Wisp to flicker it to get back Wood Elves. That's what I would do. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing. I guess he could also flicker down one of my creatures, but it seems less useful. And what does he have here? He has Wood Elves. Sure, so he has a lot of blockers, which I think probably means I just lose. Man, maybe I should just held that Bojuka Bog forever, because I knew he was doing graveyard shenanigans, and I just didn't want to wait on it, because I felt like my best bet was comboing off pretty quickly, or I'd get into my big guys too, and cast with Evoke, cast. I think I would cast this guy normally, but I don't think it matters. I can kill his Sun Titan, which I will. I'm at 1 life though, so all I can do is sit back and block, because I can't kill him this turn. Even if I swing, all it wouldn't kill him. So I pass turn. This is over. I'm just playing. I probably shouldn't even bother playing it out, but I'm playing it out. Sure, that's fine. I have blockers for all those guys. So he gets to get one of his Sun Titans back, but he can't get anything with his Sun Titan. Attacks all, sure. Oh, he has Path. Alright, well if he has Path, then I can scoop. That was the only one I had to block the flyer. Good games. Drew the relics at the right time. That's what happens with graveyard decks. They're fun but frail. And that's how I would describe this deck. So, I mean, technically we went 4-2, but in terms of pure win-loss, we went 3-2, just because I'm not going to count the one that I played one game and the guy left. But yeah, it was sweet. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you in a second where I'll do a wrap-up. But in general, I think it was a really fun deck to play. I encourage you guys to build it if you have $10 and feel like building a deck on Magic Online. Alright, see you guys next time. And welcome back. We've come to the end of our Living End in Modern, our $10 Living End deck. Time to look back and reflect. We actually did, I thought, really well. I felt like we had a chance in pretty much all of the matches. We did end up going against some jankier decks than usual, perhaps, but there were some real decks in there too, and we did quite well against them. A lot of the matchups came down to what a lot of the matchups are going to come down to for this deck, which is whether your opponent draws his graveyard hate. And to some extent, the other thing this deck struggles with is whether your opponent is a creature-based interactive deck. Because if your opponent doesn't play creatures, Living End is much less of a good combo. So like against Ad Nauseam, you don't have a whole lot of stuff that you can do against them. Then they combo off, you know, they usually kill you a turn earlier than your combo. So I wanted to talk about the things that felt weak and the things that felt strong and the things that we could improve if we wanted to spend a little bit more money. And for this deck, it's pretty easy because there are versions of this deck that cost $200 instead of $10. And I obviously it's quite viable as a cheap deck, but it's a lot better as an expensive deck. So the big things that get taken out are a lot of them don't run the 2-mana cyclers. Some will run the Jungle Weaver, but especially the ones that cycle for lands just aren't very good, especially if you get them late game and you already have enough lands. They're just not very useful. We needed them because our land base is literally all basics. But in a real deck, you are going to have a bunch of non-basic lands in an expensive version of this deck, and then you can get rid of these. Especially the Igneous Pouncer, or rather not Igneous Pouncer and the Pale Recluse. You want to get rid of those, and you want to get in some other cards. The big ones that you want to get in here are Beast Within. Beast Within is a 3-mana card. Let me bring up a copy of the real deck so I can show you. Beast Within is a 3-mana green card. Destroy target permanent, so you can even destroy their lands if you want to. Or your own if you really need to. It puts a 3/3 into play, but you don't care that much about the 3/3 being into play because it gets wiped at the end of turn. This also gets around weird problem things you might run into in Snaring Bridge or anything really. So that's one of the big things that gets added, and the other huge thing that gets added is Fulminator Mage, which is just a 3-mana Stone Rain. You sack to destroy the land, and then when you Living End, you get it right back in play, so you can just sack it again and destroy another land. So it's like 3 mana for a double Stone Rain, which is pretty ridiculously good if it happens, if you get it off like that. They do have to be a deck that plays non-basic lands. Most decks in Modern do, which is the reason you run them in the main board. Sideboard, it sometimes makes sense to take them out. And then the last big non-land change is the Simian Spirit Guides. And they just speed up your deck a little bit. You can just exile them to get an extra mana, and it means you can combo off a turn earlier if you're about to die on turn 3 against like Infect or Zoo or Burn or something, or even if you just end up being on turn 4 before you can really go off. Or you can get an extra creature cycled in your graveyard, like you wait till turn 4, cycle a creature, and then you hold up Simian Spirit Guide to be able to go off on turn 4 while also cycling a creature that turn. So things like that basically lets you your combo speeds your combo up a little bit, which is super important for the deck. There are a couple sideboard changes too. The big one is we're running Bojuka Bog, which is not ideal. This person runs Leyline of the Void. Leyline of the Void is basically a one-sided graveyard hate enchantment. You get to start with it in play if it's in your opening hand, and it exiles their graveyard from the game. So with the mirror match or against Dredge, this card is great. And those are the big differences. Those are the big things I would change if I wanted to make it really good. I think if you wanted to do the cheap changes, the cheapest changes are probably Living End and maybe the Simian Spirit Guides and fixing the land base up without spending, you could probably fix the land base up a little bit without spending too much money. Maybe keep in the Igneous Pouncer. This guy did feel weak in a lot of instances because Especially if I had to play him fair, you play down a 5/1 haste and they just have like a mana dork on defense or something. It's like, oh, it doesn't have trample. You just slam your 5/1 into their 1/1 and they both die, but it's not good. But he does cycle for both swamps and mountains, so he does a lot of fixing. And then especially I think shock lands work, or the Battle for Zendikar Tango lands work really well with something like Igneous Pouncer, because swamp cycling and mountain cycling does not require them to be basic. You can get dual lands with them of those colors. You also, this deck was running Verdant Catacombs. You don't have to run those. You can run the black-red ones instead. I was going to say Black Recluse, but that's wrong. That's the fast land. I don't remember what it's called, but you can look it up. It was in cons, so it's considerably cheaper than this. And the fast lands that just came out in the new set Kaladesh are also pretty good, especially the black-green one. I don't know if this runs it, but some decks do. I think one of the other versions I saw over here did. Was it this one? Yes. 4 Blooming Marsh. So the Blooming Marsh are going to be a little bit cheap just because they're in standard right now and they're new and people are opening them. So those are the changes I would suggest. I think the deck can be, you know, is it top tier? I don't think it's top tier right now, but it's a solid tier 2 or 3 deck that can win a lot of games off of, you know, almost any deck out there. So it's a lot of fun. I highly suggest you build it and play it. Even the $10 version I found to be a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments on how this one went. Let me know if you have decks to suggest or cards that you want to see me try to build around. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. If you enjoyed this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/magicgatheringstrat.